Hello, Marvel Legends. It has been pointed out to me in my last video, I occasionally said Hasbro, when in fact, of course, I meant Toy Biz. And I would even go so far as to say Toy Biz when what I meant was Hasbro. And to address this, I have prepared the following statement. Lean in close. Closer, I want you to hear this. Fact number 51. We also have the Udon Taskmaster. Udon is an artist that I absolutely love, and food as well. But he's got that fantastic Japanese manga kind of style. It fits so well with so many characters. And this was taken from a design that he did for Taskmaster right around a similar time where Marvel were having legal problems with Rob Liefeld and they couldn't use Cable and Deadpool by name anymore. So they had to change them and change their likeness. So instead we had Soldier X and Agent X, and it wasn't good. And eventually they got the rights sort of back and figured something out, and these two characters were kind of dropped unceremoniously. Actually, Agent X became like kind of a washed up loser, which was kind of funny. But either way, that's a bizarre bit of history that someone needs to educate me on. Fact number 52. We got a Captain Britain figure, and I kind of feel like I should have a Captain Britain figure. We're here in England, and I should be a little bit more patriotic, but I never really got patriotism. I'm not a patriotic person. I was just born in this country. I don't really have much loyalty to it, because we do some pretty messed up things, quite frankly. But hey, why am I getting on a political rant? This show is apolitical. Let's move on to the next fact. Fact number 53. For your consideration, we have the Dazzler figure. And all I want to point out about this is that whenever I see it, she makes me think of Kylie Minogue from the Can't Get You Out of My Head video. You know, when she's got like the white flowing kind of like dress sort of slip kind of thing, and she's dancing in that, and it looks very similar, and she's like la 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 la. I could go on, but man, if you haven't seen that video, go YouTube that video. Number 54. We got an Old Man Logan figure, the first Old Man Logan figure, who I feel has a real Clint Eastwood kind of look to him. And I think if you ever wanted to transplant that character into like a film or vice versa, Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino, that's how I sort of see Old Man Logan. And also, if you haven't seen Gran Torino, go watch Gran Torino. It's a badass film. Fact number 55. Here we have the Jane Foster figure, and this is a character that I haven't read much about, but I'm really excited to see the new Thor movie when it eventually comes out. And it was like just announced as a big reveal that Natalie Portman will wield Mjolnir in the film, and it's like, dude, that's not a big announcement. That was kind of a given as soon as they announced the movie. But okay, cool. And actually, it's really nice to see Natalie Portman working with Marvel again, because you want to believe that the company that you support is a good company. And there was like some real bad blood going on there. So the fact that she's like, okay, no, I want to work with you again means like, okay, I'm giving my money to a good company again. Number 56. We have the Jackal action figure, who is classic 70s retro Jackal. And all I'm saying for this fact is, we need a 90s Jackal. Come on, where's my trench coat, basically a green palette swapped Joker character? That's the Jackal I want. Number 57. Behold, the Sandman Bath, one of the best Build-A-Figures ever made. Only disappointment for me personally was that the character's arms and limbs are not actually interchangeable with the Raft Sandman. I thought they would be. I thought if I got the Raft Sandman and the Bath Sandman, I could swap the arms and have like a cool like colour thing going diagonally like through them. No, they're on different pegs. Can't do it. Lame. Number 58. We have the Spectrum figure, and the only reason I got the Spectrum figure was simply because she's the Marvel legend that most closely resembles my girlfriend, and I wanted to like do like a kind of cute pose with her and Spider-Man to recreate like some poses that we had from Comic-Con a few years ago. And I'm a nerd, but I'm a romantic nerd. Fact number 60. We got the Captain Universe figure, and Captain Universe is a really good figure. I love the different head sculpts it comes with. He's missing power effects, which is annoying, but I'll let it go. And one thing I always found funny about Captain Universe, or Something I noticed was that in an appearance a few years ago, he beat the living bejesus out of the Juggernaut. And it seems like the Juggernaut is like what I would call, in wrestling terms, a jobber to the stars. It's like they always use the Juggernaut to put over the new big bad. Like when Onslaught first appeared, what was the first thing he did? Beat the crap out of the Juggernaut. It's like every time a new big bad comes on board, Juggernaut must be like, oh, who am I going to put over this week? Number 62, we have Gladiator from the Apocalypse wave, who is, it would seem, the hardest figure to get from that wave because he has the Apocalypse head. Although actually I don't know why the head is more sought after than anything else, it's still incomplete without it, but it just seems that Gladiator, for whatever reason, is really hard to come by now, and he will go for a serious chunk of change. That's why I don't have him. Number 63, speaking of figures that are hard to get hold of, Multiple Man. This guy, I'm so annoyed with myself because I remember being in Forbidden Planet and seeing rows of multiple men if you will, and thinking, nah, never gonna need that. And now you cannot find that guy for love nor money. He goes for a lot, I'm telling you. I can't think why people would buy multiple men. It makes no sense. Number 64, we have Psylocke, and Psylocke is a funny one because she has two different versions. She has the Psylocke with the black hair and the blue costume, and the Psylocke with the purple hair and the sort of purpley costume. And the annoying thing is, the ideal iconic Psylocke is the one with, it's blue hair. The ideal Psylocke is the one with the blue hair and the purple costume. So in order to get the best Psylocke, you would need to buy both of them and do a head swap, and it's like, oh, Hasbro, why do you do this? Number 65. We have the Walgreens exclusive Thing. This whole wave of Fantastic Four were exclusive to Walgreens, making them very sought after. And the Thing is widely considered one of the best single-release Marvel Legends. And I get it. He's got different heads, he's got different hands, he's a big chunky figure, weighs high on the heftometer. I can see why this guy is so popular. Number 66. We have House of M Spider-Man, who is overall just roughly one of my worst, crappiest figures. Look at him. He's just a cheap Pizza Spidey repaint, and his accessory is a web line. Not even a web line. A little flimsy bit of plastic. Seriously, Hasbro, you're killing me here. Number 67. We have the Ghost Rider, an amazing figure. I love this figure. The only problem is, it's the old retro 70s style Ghost Rider. And all I'm saying is, 90s nostalgia is big business. And people are crying out, and by people I mean me, for a 90s Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. Is that Johnny Blaze? It is Johnny Blaze, isn't it? With the black leather jacket with the spikes on the shoulders and the grey jeans. That's the Ghost Rider I want to see. Number 68. We have the Walgreens exclusive Silver Surfer, and all I'm saying is, he's a Walgreens exclusive. He's very hard to come by, and he is a massive gap in my collection. I want Silver Surfer, but I'm not going to pay what I need to get him. Number 69. Speaking of hard to find Walgreens exclusives, Thanos. Hasbro, why do you make such iconic, important characters exclusives? It makes it so hard for the rest of us. So there you go. That's another character I really want to get, but I'm not going to part with the money for. But we are getting a new Thanos coming up very soon. So you know what? That's fine. I played the waiting game, and this is that one rare occasion I think I might have won. Number 70. I present for your consideration Spider-Ham, the Marvel legend. Number 71. We have Paladin, who's just a wonderfully random figure. Why am I even doing a fact about him? Because he exists. That's the crazy thing, Paladin. Who was asking for a Paladin figure? And he actually uses a lot of original sculpts. Someone somewhere in Hasbro was like, nah mate, we gotta do Paladin right. Number 72. At 72 we have Punisher War Machine. Why is he on the list? Because he is very unique. Why is he very unique? Because he's the only figure that I have owned and sold and don't regret selling. I have sold a lot of figures and I've regretted and often repurchased them. Punisher War Machine though, nah. That's one of those figures that looks great in the box and then you get it out and you realise, this is just a repainted MCU figure. Therefore, he actually doesn't scale very well with the Marvel Comics figures. He's smaller in his armour than most figures are in just regular clothes. And it's like, Nah, you're terrible. Add to the fact that his accessories don't actually plug in, they just like wobble and then fall off. I'm like, no, sorry dude, you gots to go. You gots to go. Number 73. We have the Alpha Flight 6-pack. And this is an interesting 6-pack because it has a bath in it. And it's like, oh, that's normally a really fun way to get a bath, is like you buy a big, multi-pack and it's like, oh wow, you get a bath in there. But in this case, the bath is Puck, who's like teeny tiny. So it's kind of a lame reason to buy the box set. And actually probably one of the reasons why I haven't got it. They should have put Wendigo in. No, not Wendigo. Bigfoot. Sasquatch, there you go. If they'd put Sasquatch in there, then maybe I would have rolled the dice on it. Number 75. Hasbro gave us the MCU Iron Spider, and once again, just like Superior Spider-Man, they didn't give us the spider legs. Like, Hasbro has an aversion to giving us spider legs. I don't know why. But again, maybe it was based off of concept art that, they didn't have the spider legs there at the time, or they didn't want to give away the surprise of the spider legs in the movie. So because of that, Iron Spider kind of feels incomplete. Number 76. We got the 80th anniversary Hulk with the pipe, which is a great looking Hulk, except for the fact that he has a pudding bowl haircut and looks like Moe from the Three Stooges. And it just baffles me. Maybe this is the fact, I don't know. But it just baffles me that a designer was like, yep, that's what we're going for. Number 77. One of the best multi-packs that I think we've seen in a long time, or ever, arguably, is the X-Men Love Triangle 3-pack with Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. French kiss. Mwah! But we have semi-feral Wolverine. We have the bone claws, and we have like the face. But all I'm saying is, come on Hasbro, give us a full-on, noseless, feet out of the shoes, big claw hands, crazy, stupid feral Wolverine. I'd buy the heck out of that. Number 78. We have Cowboy Logan, which is one of my favorite single figures. I really like this guy, even though he doesn't come with many accessories or anything. What they do, giving us this civilian-looking Wolverine, so cool. My only gripe with it is that he pretty much perfectly recreates an image, a look of Wolverine from an iconic issue, Wolverine 75, where he first unveils his bone claws. But it's just a shame that in the issue, he has bandages wrapped around his hand and forearm, and it looks really cool with the claws popping up through there, and Hasbro just has him with plain hands. And it's a missed opportunity. Redo it, Hasbro. Redo it because I told you to. Fact number 80. We got a Beta Ray Bill figure, which is just brilliant in and of itself, that we have an action figure of a giant horse-faced thunder god alien. That's just wicked. I think the only fact I'll give to this is the fact that we need a retro original comic version of him. Number 81. We have MCU Claw, or Clow. That actually made it really hard for me to image search him because I was putting in Claw with a W, but no, because it's the MCU and it's realistic, it's Clow for whatever reason. So what's kind of cool about this figure is it is a nice, like, suited body, which is so good for customizers, and in my case, made a badass J. Jonah Jameson body. Number 82. Hasbro made some Chinese exclusive figures, or at least Chinese re-releases, but they tarted them up like a horse draws and gave them some, nicer paint jobs and whatnot. And some of these look really, really good. The Iron Man in particular, a modern Iron Man is one that I really, really wanted, like a new Avengers kind of look. So based on that fact, I guess I'm going to China. Number 83. Citizen V was our first Thunderbolts character, and that just filled me with hope that we're gonna get the rest of the team. And we have had Songbird and Mach 1, so now we just need Fixer, Moonstone, and Atlas. And oh boy, if we get an Atlas Builder figure, I'm gonna get excited about that. Number 83. I present to you Genisfell, and this is a fairly nondescript character. The only thing relevant about it for a fact is that it's my first experience with Hasbro QC. In this case, I got my Genisfell without the little strap that goes around his body. I didn't even realize it until a viewer pointed out. They were like, dude, your Genisfell hasn't got a strap. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I've been defending Hasbro for all this time, but I got played. At least I didn't play myself. That's the first rule. You don't break that. But one of the reasons, oh God, I love you guys so much. Instantly, somebody hit me up and was like, dude, you need a strap? I'll send you a strap. Oh, that's tough. All right, number 85. We have Mystique, another Walgreens exclusive, and another figure that's really hard to find and is only going up in price. Luckily, because I'm shallow, as previously said, I don't have the blob, so I don't really worry too much about building a definitive Brotherhood of Evil Mutant set. If I did, then it would really annoy me that I haven't got Mystique. But come on, Hasbro, give us a re-release. Give us an affordable Mystique figure. Number 86. We have the Scorpion figure, which is a really cool figure. It's just a shame that he's way too small. That's kind of one thing that's kind of ridiculous. That's the fact. The fact for this is that Hasbro has all these great big sculpts. You've got the Omega Red body, you've got the Colossus body, and yet you put like a big monstrous character like the Scorpion on a very average body size. And it's like, come on, man. You can do better than that. How expensive is plastic? Just give us a bigger body. Number 87. We have the Weapon X figure, which I was always kind of holding off on, and then when I got him I was like, what am I going to do with you? Like, he looks really cool, but he just looks odd being all half naked with a box on his head. And then I saw online, so many people have made amazing custom Weapon X chambers for him to like sit in or float in or whatever. So that's a great thing to do with this figure. One of the few figures where it's like, he's weird on his own, but with a good bit of customizing accessories, he becomes a real centerpiece. Number 88. We have X-Force Wolverine staying on Wolverine, and what's unique about this figure is his claws. He has badass like blades coming out of his hand. Not these weird spindly rubbish little claws, but they're like really, they nailed it. These are what Wolverine claws should be, and that's why Hasbro has never done them again. They've released so many other Wolverines not using these claws, which are the best claws they've made. Number 89. We have Retro Iceman. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just have his face on the brain, but I swear this guy's face sculpt is a dead ringer for Cody Rhodes from AEW. Just like the old Marvel character is the same iconic, not iconic, but it looks just like Cody Rhodes. I don't know, maybe Cody Rhodes just has a very like generic square-jawed face and just action figures look like him, or maybe I'm just slightly mad. Number 90. We have the entire Black Widow wave. This is a rare wave that I actually bought all of just because I really wanted the bath. The Crimson Dynamo looks so cool. I regret nothing, but I have since subsequently sold the MCU figures. And all I'm saying is, the fact is that because this poor old movie has been delayed by probably a year, it's gonna be a year most likely, that I sold those figures really cheap. I'm willing to bet that around about May time next year when the movie comes out in cinemas, those figures are going to be really expensive. Number 91. We have the Nimrod 3-pack, a really fun 3-pack with this huge, big, chunky Nimrod figure. And one thing this has shown me that I really like about this community is that we seem to fall into one of two categories. It's people who want Nimrod, people who want Psylocke and Phantom X. So it's been a really nice sort of experience to see, because for me personally, I want a Nimrod. I don't collect modern X-Men. So like, instantly, as soon as I got the 3-pack, there was a guy online who was like, dude, I'll take Psylocke and Phantom X off your hands. And that seems to be the going thing. It's like everyone's helping each other out so that, you know, we don't play Hasbro's game. We're not playing your game, Hasbro. We're only buying the figures we want. Number 92. We have Silk, who was a fan vote winner. It was either Silk or the Asgardian lady Sif. Sif with an F. Sorry, you can tell the glass is empty. Now, and also we had White Costume Elektra. And I'm so happy that Silk won the vote because she was missing in my collection previously. And I was like, I'm not going to pay for the old one. I'm going to hold out. And again, waiting game paid off for me. Number 94. We had an awesome Toxin deluxe figure. And what a wonderfully random, obscure character to make a deluxe figure for. Thank you, Hasbro, for catering for that small market. And again, Toxin, small demand. Symbiotes, big demand. So I get it. It kind of plays off. But he has his little Audrey 2 creatures coming out of his back that are unpainted. And that's like, come on, Hasbro. You're being lazy. Either do it right or don't do it at all. Actually, no, please do it. Just do it. We'll fix it ourselves. Number 95. We got a second Gamerverse wave. Well, it was an Avengers wave with Gamerverse figures in there, but the BAF was Gamerverse. We got a repainted Captain America Gamerverse. We got a repainted Iron Man Gamerverse. And all I'm saying is, stop. Stop, Hasbro. Stop trying to make the Gamerverse happen. It's not happening. That game was not well received. Okay, I know this was probably some big joint crossover corporate synergy marketing thing. No, no one wants Gamerverse. Stop it. Bad, Hasbro. Bad. Number 96. Speaking of playing the waiting game, we got the Children of Thanos 5-pack, and my goodness, speaking ofs, talk about the perils of concept art. The Children of Thanos, originally the figures were much maligned for not representing the characters in the film itself because they were based on concept art. And I just feel bad for the folks who spent a lot of money trying to acquire all the Children of Thanos, especially on the secondary market, and then instantly, boom! Hasbro were like, you're looking for this? And I can't fault them either because they were still in high demand and they have made a good job of making them more like their MCU counterparts. So, yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, that one. Number 97. We got Pirate Deadpool, who the fact of that is just... I got no time for wacky Deadpool. Like, this is the biggest example of Malibu Stacy with a new hat. It's Deadpool, but it's Pirate Deadpool. It's like, I'm sorry, this is just a fact for me to give out about Deadpool. Number 98. But we did get a War Machine deluxe figure, and this is what a deluxe figure should be. A beautiful standard figure right there with an extra head, with booster jets, with weapons, with spraying gunfire going with the rocket launcher like with the missiles going like so badass. Well done, Hasbro. That makes up for the bad stuff. It's like, oh, that's why we keep coming back to you, man, because you keep winning us back with things like that. Number 99. One of the figures from the year 2000, from this year, that is possibly and was in like high contention to be arguably figure of the year was the Fantastic Four wave, the Super Skrull wave Doctor Doom figure. People were just blown away by this figure, and so was I. It's Doom, and he has a different, interchangeable heads. He's got beautiful sculpting on the armor. He's got his pistol you can remove. It's just, talk about a chef's kiss. This was just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking Doom figure, and we were all like, dude, close the ballots now. This might be figure of the year. They ain't gonna do better than that. Wait, what? Sorry? Oh, you've just re-released him even better than that. Oh, son of a... We have the vintage retro Doom on the vintage card, which just brings us all back to the 1990s. It's beautiful. And it's like, damn it, Hasbro. You had like the number one figure of the year, and then you were like, nah, we can do better. Plus, we can take, more of your money. So it's like, no, we're going to take this number one awesome figure, and they're going to make him even more awesome. So he's got a brighter color scheme, he's got more accessories, he's got so much going on. Damn you, Hasbro. Damn you for taking our money so well. Number 100. Going back to the much maligned Gamerverse, and I say much maligned, it's much maligned by me. Therefore it's much maligned globally, because I'm just imprinting my opinion on everyone, as you do. We have the Abomination Gamerverse Build-A-Figure, which is such a weird sort of thing where it's like everyone is saying, oh my god, this figure looks so cool. Such a shame it's the Gamerverse. And people have done amazing head swaps where they put the comic accurate head on there from the Select Abomination and done different paint jobs and stuff. And really, the fact is that we need this re-released in the comic version because the body is huge and so cool looking. Hasbro are just sitting on money by not re-releasing this in the comic version. So hopefully in about a year's time, you heard it here first, all right? This is, forget rectangular, this is where the scoops are. We're getting a comic version of that Abomination Build-A-Figure. Number 101. And guys, fact number 101 is that I cannot believe what this little silly channel of mine has become, considering that I just did a random video because I was going stir crazy in lockdown, and now like this is something that I am so obsessed with in the nicest way. Like, I love this, and I love you guys for watching this. So the fact is, if you have watched this far, or if you've watched my previous videos and you've commented and become a part of the community, You are the true believers. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and giving me something to get excited about in this crazy year. I owe so much to you guys for making this a thing. I love it and I love you for supporting it. So, before I get too sentimental, thank you for watching the 101 facts / random thoughts about Marvel Legends. If you like the video, then please join the 61 Clicks by clicking the subscribe, like, and notification bell. And if you want to throw some shekels my way so that I can buy that Silver Surfer, maybe one day, someday, one day, am I right? Then go to patreon.com / displaying model behavior. But more importantly, guys, just keep enjoying Marvel Legends, because I love this hobby. I love sharing it with you. So, God, I'm so bad with sign-offs. Guys, until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Cheers.